Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 live on Channels Television. A quick reminder of our top stories now. Osun State supplementary governorship election holds in some polling units in the state as observers raise concerns over alleged voter intimidation and other irregularities. Activities at government offices paralyzed in many parts of the country as the warning strike declared by the organized labor to demand implementation of new minimum wage commences. High Court in Lagos adjourns indefinitely the trial of former Abia State Governor Orji Kalu and two others as fiat to conclude case lapses on September the 29th. And President Trump's Supreme Court nominee, Brett Kavanaugh, accuser, testifies before Senate Committee on alleged sexual assault. TV.com has more information for you, and on youtube.com/channelsweb you can watch our videos. You can also watch us on your mobile device via your browser or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows devices from their respective stores. Besides giving you access to news and updates on the go, the Channels TV and Channels 24 app have an eyewitness feature that you can use to share those pictures, videos or news of happenings around you. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the menu and follow the instructions. And going back now to our labor matters and the lead story, we have from our Abuja studios the Minister for Labour and Employment, Dr. Chirs Ngige, join us. I want to thank you so much indeed for joining us at this time. Let's begin from your jurisdiction where you are the head on the government side, but one wonders that this is happening under your jurisdiction. What seems to be the problem? Why have you been unable to bring about the tripartite committee members to have this meeting to try to foster forward the minimum wage discussions?
Yeah, thank you, Gimba. It's important to know that the tripartite committee is on, and we are doing our work. It's a presidential committee inaugurated by Mr. President. The word tripartite in labor parlance means that you have three partners. And these three partners are the organized labor on one side, the organized private sector on another side, that's the employers. Under them you have NECA, you have Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, NASIMA, Small and Medium Scale Industry Association, and other employers group there. Then you have government, which is what is called the authority. In ILO parlance, the constituent authority. And these three people are supposed to negotiate a minimum wage for the country. The minimum wage is the baseline wage that the lowest worker should receive. The last minimum wage was done in 2011, and that was tagged at 18,000. So today, is due for review. The law is due for review because it's reviewable every 5 years. So we've been working on this. But as of today, what has happened is that we have finished our work in the committee. The report is ready. The draft bill that will go to government for transmission to the National Assembly for it to be distilled and fashioned into law is already in place. But we need to get the figure. And government now asks for more time. This is because the state governors, the state governments have been unable to give us a figure.
That seems to be the point of contention, if you'd allow me to butt in there, my apologies, but that seems to be the bone of contention here, that particular figure to arrive at. The Labour says it wants 56,000 naira or nothing, up from 18,000 naira minimum wage. Can you resolve this issue within the next 7 days? As you know, the strike is already in full effect.
I don't get you quite clearly, but I know that they brought a figure of 56,000, which they changed to 65,000. And in the course of the negotiation and committee's work, they now brought it down to 45,000. The employers brought in 45 initially, and they are now at 25.
My question to you, my apologies again, if you didn't hear me clearly initially, I'm just asking you, can you solve this problem within the first 7 days of the warning strike?
We are reconvening on Thursday, that is the 4th of October. Our letters of invitation for the meetings are ready. It's in our emails, and Labour has got their own. And we do hope that the Salaries, Incomes and Wages Commission will have been able to, within the confines of the economic management team of the federal government, be able to give us a figure. It's not a figure that you just bandy and just throw it out like that. No, you must bring a figure that that the states and the government will have the capacity to pay. That is the guiding principle in wage fixing mechanisms. The principle of ability to pay. That's what guides it. You don't fix a figure that will result in shortfalls in payment to workers, a figure that will make for workers not to be paid, and you have another round of strikes over shortfalls of people not receiving full salary or people who are not being paid at all. You don't also put a figure that will entail the state governments doing retrenchment or the federal government doing retrenchment. This is a government that doesn't want to do any retrenchment of any worker, and we have not done so since we came on board.
So in trying to balance the figures, as you say, has the government been able to come up with a tentative figure that you feel out of which you cannot handle anymore? Do you have a figure?
That is what they are doing now. That's what they're working on now. That's what they're working on now. And there are experts that will do the job. That's the National Salary, Incomes and Wages Commission. They're working on it. They're even part of the committee. The chairman is the secretary of the committee. But the government, there's a presidential order for them now to work and get us a figure that will not make for a disequilibrium in the economy. We don't have to just bandy a figure. It's not something you just go and buy like you're buying peanuts and stuff like that. No, it's a scientific thing, but the empirical. You must capture all the public officers or public servants in the public sector and then even in the private sector. You must have an idea. Because
that's a good place to
we are talking
get
about
addressed.
economy.
I must thank you so much indeed. The Minister for Labour and Employment, Dr. Chirs Ngige. Thank you for talking to me here on the News at 10. Presidential aspirants under the People's Democratic Party, the PDP platform, are intensifying their campaigns, seeking for the support of party faithfuls to emerge as the PDP presidential flag bearer. From Anambra to Taraba, each aspirant puts forward their mission and vision to the people.
The Senate President and PDP presidential aspirant, Bukola Saraki, the party secretariat in Awka, the Anambra State capital. Mr. Saraki is here conversing ahead of the party's national convention, scheduled to hold next month in Port Harcourt, the River State capital.
Where we are today in our country, we are at the crossroads, and we must redirect our country.
It's a similar reception for former Vice President and PDP presidential aspirant Atiku Abubakar, as the PDP secretariat in the state continues to play host to presidential hopefuls.
I have not seen Nigeria as divided as we are today, simply because we elected a government that is completely insensitive to our diversity, completely insensitive to our welfare, completely insensitive to our economic well-being.
The leader of the party in the state and its candidates in the last governorship election, while assuring his visitors of support, insists the people of the region will no longer play second fiddle.
To look seriously at the southeast, we don't want to be in political pride anymore. We want to be taken seriously.
It's the turn of the Sokoto State Governor and former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Aminu Tambuwal, to woo delegates of the party, this time in Jalingo, the Taraba State capital.
We know that the world is global. We know that the world is moving towards science and technology. Nigeria cannot afford to be left behind. And you can only achieve this if you have a leadership, a leader that understands the dynamics of today.
Meanwhile, in a related development, the Rivers State Governor, Ngige, has been speaking on alleged plans to relocate the venue of the party's national convention from Port Harcourt.
I hear now that you aspirants are meeting to say that no, they're not comfortable with Rivers State. Let me warn the party. Let me warn the party, and I say clearly, if they dare, Rivers State will teach the party a lesson. I'm saying it before, if they dare, we will teach the party a lesson. And nobody should take Rivers State for granted.
As the date for the PDP National Convention approaches, it is hoped that all contending issues that could undermine the conduct are swiftly addressed.
In the meantime, the All Progressives Congress has declined to declare the Minister of Communications, Mr. Adebayo Shitu, as a contestant for the party's governorship ticket in Oyo State because he does not possess an NYSC discharge certificate. This was the reason cited in the list of aspirants for the party's governorship primary elections in the 36 states of the Federation who were screened by the National Working Committee of the APC. Out of the 162 aspirants who were screened, 154 were cleared for the party's governorship primaries scheduled for Saturday, September the 29th. Besides the communications minister, 6 other aspirants were also not cleared, including the Minister of Women Affairs, Mrs. Aisha Al-Hassan, who was the APC governorship candidate for Taraba State in the 2015 general elections. Governor Simon Lalong is the only aspirant from Plateau State, while Borno State has the highest number of cleared aspirants with 21. There was also 1 withdrawal from Yobe State. When the Ngige 10 returns, Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission relaunches public-private partnership initiative with state governments to improve Nigeria's infrastructure. That's some business news. Do join us again.